Yo, what is up, guys? It is X Ninja Free to Play, and we're back for another one. And I'm going to be going over what to expect from the reveals that are happening, I believe, tomorrow. And I don't know, just talking over what's probably going to happen. If you haven't been keeping up, we do have reveals for part 2 of 2.5 anniversary for the JP version of the game coming up here in the next couple of hours. I'm probably going to be watching it. I'm not too sure. I'm interested to see what they're going to reveal. I mean, already most people already know what's going to be. They gave us like a mini sneak peek already. So there is that. I'll probably put it on screen, but yes, 2.5 anniversary is here. Let me roll the intro and then we can get into the yapping. So we do indeed have reveals coming up in the next couple of hours. It is scheduled, at least for me, in like 12 hours or so. It's tomorrow. So with these reveals, yeah, they already kind of spoiled what the reveals are going to be based off of part 1. Because at the end of part 1, if you were not asleep by then they did show a sneak peek of Nobara and Megami, essentially confirming that these two units are going to be coming for the anniversary, and they're going to most likely be the last 2 units that we get for this anniversary. So with that in mind, answering the question of what are we going to expect, it's obvious that these 2 characters are coming, but it's now what else is the reveals going to have, and what are these characters going to do? So as for what the reveals are going to have, I hope that they don't do what they did last time, because they really did waste an hour and a half in anniversary just doing who knows what. And I hope that they saw the negative reception, because there was a lot of negativity in the chat when they were just in this dead phase of the streams for the majority of the stream. So I hope they change how they do their stream, because what they did was terrible, and I hope not to see that again. Number 2, I hope they give more information on the event. I have not heard that much information on the events that they've got, and hopefully we get more information and a surprise new event that we can see, maybe a summer theme event. I don't know. It would be very cool for us to get something like that. You know what I'm saying? I hope that this game does more new interesting things, because as of right now, the game's feeling a bit dead. And I don't know how the JP players are feeling. They're hyped because they just got their Gojo. He looks pretty good, but yeah, I hope they get some new interesting events. I do want to talk about the SP thing right quick. Everybody knows at this point it's a terrible system. I hope that they are not going to do that, but there's an 80%, 90%, even 100% chance that Nobara and Megami are also going to get the SP system. And I'm just praying that these 2 characters do not get treated like Yuji did, because Blue Yuji is not good at A0, he's not good at A1, at A3 he's fantastic. I did put up a poll, if you want to check it out, got around 200, 300 votes, and the consensus was at A0 this man is mid or trash. And the reason for that is I went to actual facts behind that. The reason for that is at A0 he's not hitting any black flashes whatsoever. So that is the reason why I'm making the argument that his ultimate gauge is way too slow at A0 or even A1, because he simply will not hit the ults. It's not possible, because he's not going to be critting as much. He's not going to not hit the ult, hit the black flashes, damn, but he's not going to be critting as much, and he doesn't really have black flash rate to start the battle until you use that ult for the first time. And his A3 is where you actually get a huge 50% taijutsu stat buff. You get tons of crit rate. You get, I feel 40% whole to your black flash rate, so that you can actually hit some black flashes. So you get a ton of stuff at A3, and I hope they don't do this to the new characters, where A3 is where the character is now top 10. Because right now, Summer Yuji, I looked at a bunch of showcases, he looks easily top 10 once he's A3. But at A0 or even A1, it's not really good. He's comparable to the SP buffed old Blue Yuji, in my opinion. That's my opinion, do what you will with it, but I pray that Nobara and Megami do not get this fate. I hope they get treated like Gojo, to where they're just broken. They're just not broke, they're just good at A1. Because honestly, I don't understand why they made A3 in the first place. A1 should have been the stopping point, but they got even greedier. That's all I can see from this. Now, talking about the characters themselves, I hope that Megami is I don't know, I feel I want him to be green, but we already do have a green Megami. We have a Megami for every single color, and the oldest one would be blue. So I guess blue would make the most sense. I guess they could pair him up with like blue Yuji, but I don't really understand what exactly they'd be going for. Maybe he'd be like a blue Jujutsu to like, I don't know, gas up the blue Jujutsu role with blue Yuta. But I'm honestly thinking that he's going to be green and he's going to be a stat debuffer, meaning that he'll fulfill the role that Green Ghetto and Green Gakuganji have been having to do for green for the last who knows how long. Because while Choso is really good, his debuffs are not stat debuffs. And stat debuffs are huge, which green doesn't really have because they haven't had a buffer who debuffs both taijutsu and jujutsu with one skill. That's all I'm looking for with this green Megami. It would be sad to see green Megami, the old one, go, but I feel like this would be a good change of pace. And then for Blue Nobara, I have no idea. I've been hearing that she's going to be blue, so whatever. She can be blue. It's going to be interesting to see what exactly she does. I hope they do something interesting and new for her, because she's never gotten limited before. And on original release for most of her character, like all the other Nobaras, they haven't been really dominant in the metas at all. So hoping that they do well with her. But other than that, I'm praying for a good reveal tomorrow. You will see my reveal video on Friday. I'll probably do a lot of talking about it. If it's good or bad, you will see. But that's going to be what to expect. Hit that sub button if you enjoyed the video. And please, in the comments, tell me what is your predictions. See you in the next one. Peace.